I don't love you anymore.
Since when?
Now. Just now. I don't want to love.
Bonjour, Pinterest pretties. In today's video, we're going to talk about how you should not get in a relationship if you actually only care about yourself and not your partner's wants and needs. I know it sounds like common sense, but it's not. And this is how I know you guys are selfish. Why don't you want to look attractive to your man? Oh, because you only think about yourself. You don't care about how your partner views you. Me, I care. I literally went to Victoria's Secret the other day so he can see me in some stuff. I'm not even trying to say TMI, but why don't you want to see your partner happy to see you? Like, it is so crazy how you guys are trying to make this dude seem like the villain, because he's not just gonna take you as you are. A lot of you guys don't take men as they are. That's why the divorce rates are so high with women divorcing men. Because y'all do not take men as they are. They do something to make you mad, make you upset. You're not going to stay for it. So why should a man do that for you? You know darn well if you were married and a man was taking care of all the bills, making you financially and mentally protected, and he lost his job, 6 months go by, the savings are running dry, he's still sitting his lazy ass on the couch talking about, oh, I don't know where this money gonna come from. You guys will fucking divorce him so quickly. Because, yeah, you're going to think he doesn't care about you, right? You're going to think he's a lazy fuck, right? Why the fuck aren't you signing up for new jobs? But if he asks you, where's the treadmill? Where's the healthy diet? Where's the makeup? Where's the hairdo? Where's the skincare? Now he's messed up? And this is what happens when you completely decenter men. Because I know you guys see the trend of women becoming more and more and more and more unattractive. You know why? Because he decentered men. And completely decentering men means you're decentering the beauty standard that they created. Which means you look good, you look polished, you're not covered head to toe in tattoos and piercings. You're not talking in complete ghetto ratchetness. You're not going out in your bonnets and hairdo. Back in the day where men weren't completely decentered, women were adhering to these beauty standards because they centered a man's opinion. Not all the way, but it did hold value. Now people are saying, oh, don't value a man's word. Why would a man be there? There's literally an audio saying, why would a man be there? Why would a man be there? Because y'all act like men have no value. And first of all, you're going against biology. Everyone needs each other. I'm not even about to explain that shit to you. And I'm back in school too, a STEM major. So baby, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Then y'all gonna be on Pop the Balloon 20 years later, covered head to toe in craziness and wondering why no man wants you. Oh, it's because you don't care about their opinions, right? It's completely decenter men, right? Because I've realized, like, first of all, I do believe you shouldn't completely center a man. You feel me? I do think you should decenter men to a certain extent. But I'm starting to think we got two different levels to this, baby. For real. So yeah, that's why I believe that if you let yourself go while you're in a relationship, you're not just lazy. You are selfish. You don't care about how your partner feels about you. And before you guys even go in the comments, oh, well, this is why I don't want to get married. Like, if a man's just going to leave me just because I got fat and doesn't give me a chance. And let me stop you right there, because it's just like, he does give you a chance. But when he does, you guys get mad and offended and say, oh, he doesn't love me. Oh, he doesn't think I'm attractive. I'm going to leave him. Oh, he's such a bitch. He's an asshole. He's selfish. Right? Those were the chances. But instead of taking the criticism and working on yourselves, you got offended and did the opposite and got fatter. You feel me? That's the issue. You guys are always only caring about yourself and what makes you happy. That's why you're fat. Because you don't know how to control yourself and your dopamine levels. Guess what? You're so selfish. You don't care about how anyone else perceives you. It's all about you, and what makes you happy. That's why you're fat. Because you keep indulging in things that make you happy and you're not having self-control. Baby, fix your dopamine levels. Yeah. Find natural ways to stimulate yourself that don't include killing your body. Thank you. And guys, if you want tips on that, I'm actually mentally ill. I have ADHD. I actually mentally have issues with chasing dopamine. I got it worse than a lot of y'all. For real. And you still choosing to be fat and you don't even got that mental illness. That's what really making me mad. Like, what is actually your excuse? You're actually just lazy. And this is also why guys start checking out too. Like, you guys are like parasites. You get what I'm saying? You're taking, and you're not giving nothing. And at the end of the day, you know men are visual. They created the beauty standards. Yeah, baby, they are the most visual beings on this planet. They were making statues of beautiful women. They were killing countries, wiping out populations for beautiful women. Okay, because I know a lot of you guys are dummies, let me give you a good example. You heard of Cleopatra, right? Cleopatra used her beauty, wit, charm to seduce two of the most powerful men in Roman history, Julius and Mark. And by the way, her relationship with Mark led to the Battle of Actium. Oh my gosh, I also just thought about this. Do you know who Anne Boleyn is? The woman who basically rewrote England's religion? King Henry was literally obsessed with her, to the point where she caused him to basically break from the Catholic Church. Like, if you know anything about England's history, you would know why that is such a big deal. And his whole obsession with her led to the English Reformation, which in hand led to the persecution of thousands of religions, okay? People were literally killing thousands of people over beautiful women. Also, don't be judging me for how I talk. I am about to get my period, but also, I am a hothead. I'm a Sagittarius, so yeah. Excuse me if my mouth is a little fiery, a little saucy, a little hot. Just like me, unlike y'all moon faces who be commenting the crazy stuff, like, you guys have the nerve to try and come after me and you look like that? Get the fuck out of here, ugly ass bitches. And yeah, KC, I'm talking to you, posed up. Wait, is that even an Android, or is your hand so greasy from all the food you ate that is fucking clouding up the whole goddamn camera? Fat ass bitch. Everything about you is just giving obese. Thank you so much for inspiring me to make this video. Then you're also in a messy ass bathroom. I'm done because the self-control is already giving you not there. Like, get out my face, bro, for real. But anyways, just had to drink my water, something a lot of y'all don't do. I also want to touch more on how women be saying things like, oh, we're redefining the beauty standard, like, we're just empowered now. You know how they be getting uglier and they say they're empowered because of it? You know how they do that. Y'all aren't really redefining the beauty standards, and you guys know that. Because if that was true, first of all, I already said this in the beginning of the video, basically, you guys would not care about a man's opinion at all, which means it wouldn't sting. You wouldn't be offended if a man would say, oh, I don't date overweight women. Like, y'all be going into depressive episodes because a man say he won't date you. Y'all literally be tripping out, spiraling out, crashing out. And to take it farther, that's why you guys even get angry when not only a man says what he doesn't prefer, but when someone fits a man's beauty standard, which is what? Looking natural to some extent, being slim, not fat, maybe slim thick, but not fat, having long hair, not many tattoos. Y'all get mad when you see that because deep down you know they're getting the male validation that you're not getting. Oh, why does she have to look pretty? Why can't she look pretty? I thought we were girls. Aren't we supposed to hype up everyone? Go watch Blunt Girlie's video on cooking with Kaya. Yeah, clock it, period. I'm not even gonna say nothing more. Just watch the video, because you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all hate on the pretty girls all the time because what? You know you're not pretty. If you guys didn't care, you wouldn't have a list of surgeries in y'all note tab. Oh, BBL, tummy tuck, nose job. By the way, I'm gonna make a video on that. These nose jobs must stop. Okay? At least the rhinoplasties I'm seeing. Yeah, okay, if you want to get a nose job, go ahead, but y'all need to know what works with your face. A lot of black people tend to have wider set eyes. Not super wide, but because it makes up for their facial harmony of having a bigger nose. So if you make your nose real tiny with your eyes further apart than certain other races, you're going to look crazy. You're going to look fake. You're not going to look good. I'm sorry. And it's okay that not everything fits you. Me, I'm half Indian and I got kind of a strong nose bridge because of that. Like, listen, I can knock on this hoe. That's my nose, you guys. But in hand, I also have strong cheekbones. I have a very nice, well-balanced chin, full lips. I have very defined features, you feel me? Very prominent features. I would look crazy if I got rid of my nose bridge. I will be looking like Michael Jackson. No, thank you. I prefer to look beautiful with my features I already have if they don't make me look crazy. Now, sometimes nose, you feel me? I do think sometimes surgery might be needed, but majority of the time, y'all don't even need that. You just might be average or cute. Just, do yourself up with makeup, because sometimes when y'all get surgery, it's not even helping you guys. You don't know anything about your facial symmetry. Sometimes you don't even need a nose job. You just need a better chin, because y'all chin be weak as fuck sometimes. Or maybe your forward growth bone, the maxilla, is way too flat, and you just need to take your vitamin D supplements, your calcium, and stop sleeping with your mouth open. Close that mouth. Not only to not be fat, but so your facial structure looks better and nothing's recessed. I have this stuff down to a science, you guys. My kids would be beautiful if I ever did have kids, but I don't know if I would have kids, though. That will be a whole different... Ooh, those are 2 good video ideas. How to be the ultimate best parents with the prettiest kids, or why I wouldn't have kids in this economy. Also, I do have ADHD, y'all. I think I already said that, so yeah. My focus be all over the place. But au revoir.